Akira Toriyama is a manga author known for his long-running series Dragon Ball and formerly Dr. Slump. His works have touched the lives of people throughout the entire world, spawning countless merchandise, video games, and movies. Although, there is tons of manga by Akira Toriyama that has flew under the radar, which haven't been covered all too much, especially on YouTube. The main attraction that we're going to look at today is a manga featured in Akira Toriyama's Manga Theatre. It was released from 1983 to 1997 by Shueisha. This anthology compilation included 3 volumes in total, consisting of about 5 to 6 manga one-shots each. In this series of videos, I will be covering each of the manga individually in Akira Toriyama's Manga Theatre and beyond. Volume 1 contains 5 short manga stories, titled Wonder Island 1 and 2, Tomato the Gold Detective, Polar and Royd, Madmatic, and Chobit 1 and 2. European copies of the 3 volumes do exist with all of the one-shots included, available on Amazon in a variety of foreign languages. There are also the original Japanese versions of volumes 1, 2, and 3 of Akira Toriyama's Manga Theatre, which contain comments from Akira Toriyama himself included on there. The first of these one-shots is called Wonder Island, which has 2 parts to it, which in turn initialized Toriyama's career in Weekly Shonen Jump as a manga artist and writer in 1978. The first part chronicles the wacky adventures of Hiso Furusuni, also known as simply Furusu in the Spanish translation that I have up on screen here. Furusu is a Japanese World War II soldier that crashed his plane into the ocean and eventually arrived on a bizarre island. Furusu's goal is to simply get off the island, so he attempts to fly home with his custom-made wingsuit. Before he does anything, Furusu unexpectedly meets 2 natives of the island, P-Man the Caveman, and the Fairy. They decide to help Furusu get off the island once and for all, and one thing leads to another, where at the end Furusu gets turned into a chicken by a witch. Yeah, Toriyama definitely takes unoriginal ideas and adds a unique spin on them, doesn't he? This manga is full of traditional slapstick Toriyama humor, along with the trend of using anthropomorphic animals and creatures in his works. Wonder Island Chapter 1 is quite a forgettable piece in Toriyama's career, mainly because it's not my spoken language and also it gets overshadowed by more interesting one-shots in Volume 1 of Akira Toriyama's Manga Theatre. Like I've said, there's a bonus page about the behind the scenes of his one-shot works, written by Akira Toriyama himself after every manga on this collection. I'd like to give a special thanks to KENXYRO for the English translations of these, by the way. His Twitter page will be linked in the description, so please go follow him. So the bonus page illustrates the story of Toriyama quitting his job at 23 years of age and finishing Wonder Island. He only had a little bit of money, but he was happy that Wonder Island was finally done. After asking his editor how Wonder Island went, he said he didn't rank well at all in Shonen Jump. Anyway, that brings us to the second edition of Wonder Island, where it features a different parallel storyline to the first part. You see, a lot of Toriyama manga have a flowing narrative across many chapters, but Wonder Island contains 2 chapters with 2 unique points of view. Instead of Furusu trying to escape the island, we get introduced to a team of policemen. Their names are Gyosu, Gala, and Pagos. So, the trio of policemen get Dirty Harry on the case to find and stop a criminal that's located on the Wonder Island. Yes, Dirty Harry himself is a main character in one of Toriyama's manga. Now that is awesome. So Harry arrives on the island with a robot resembling C-3PO. Wait, what? Okay, whatever. Anyway, he meets up with the caveman, who is the only reoccurring character throughout the 2 chapters of this one-shot. Suddenly, Harry is getting attacked on the island by King Ghidorah, who looks about as threatening as the enemies in the Tag and Dragon NES game. So P-Man saves Harry from King Ghidorah. But Harry falls on a landmine and fails the mission, and the manga is concluded. It's interesting that the characters from Wonder Island 2 have appeared in Toriyama's later work, Dr. Slump, interacting with Arale and the titular Doctor himself. Even King Ghidorah has made a cameo in Dragon Ball later on. I find these sorts of crossovers amazing, even though Toriyama's cameos and crossovers most of the time have fourth wall breaking gags. It's still nice to see a creator pay homage to his works in the past, and his manga writing career as a whole. So back to Wonder Island 2, I prefer it to the first one, mostly due to the references of all sorts of movies and how to mash up with all of them together. Also, I enjoy the shift of tone on how Harry arrives at the island while in the first Wonder Island, Furusu desperately is trying to get off it. I can appreciate the humour in Wonder Island 2 more due to the universally known characters and simple setup of the story. Now, the bonus page for Wonder Island 2 includes Toriyama saying that, like its predecessor, it wasn't well received by the public. Then Toriyama went on to create the one-shot manga titled Today's Highlight Island, which did better than Wonder Island 2, but still not good enough. As time goes by, Toriyama created Tomato Go Detective, which is a manga that is featured in Volume 1, and it took off quite successfully. To conclude, that's everything you need to know about Wonder Island, so tune in next time as I analyze the next one-shot in Volume 1 of Akira Toriyama's manga theatre, Tomato Go Detective.